So this is video 5, all right? And today, in this video, we're going to be doing the pickup sticks style, which is actually super easy, but kind of creates an interesting feel. So the characteristics of pickup sticks is going to be random, and that lines break up an image. That's pretty much it. So unlike the other, basically the first 3 we did, we do not want it to look very systematic. We want it to look as though it was random and it just sort of happened. Like if you took a bunch of pickup sticks, which are plastic sticks, and threw them on top of something, and just that's how it came out. All right, so you want it to look kind of random. So let's pull this out like we've been doing again. I'm on the curriculum site. It's under sophomores. It's under week 1 and 2, digital illustration 2. All right, so I'm going to pull pickup sticks down. I'm going to scoot this down here. I'm going to go to Illustrator. Let me maximize this up. Let me open up Illustrator for a second. And just as usual, I'm going to my layers. I'm going to originals. I'm going to drag and drop. Okay, and again, it's you can move things from layer to layer just by cutting and pasting, edit, cut, or Command X, and then clicking on the layer and pasting. And remember that this is color coded, so you see a blue outline box because it's a blue layer. All right, I'm going to lock this. Got my screen here, and I'm going to get to it. So first thing you need to do is create sort of this crescent moon. Now, I could sit here with the pen tool and try my hardest to kind of start matching this arc out, but there's a much easier way to do it. All right, I'm going to take my ellipse tool and I'm going to create a circle, and for now I'm going to not put a fill in it so I can kind of get this, and I want to line the edge up there. Wow, that was actually scarily close. Okay, and I want to get that about the size of that circle. Everybody got it? So I'm going to pull that over here, and I'm going to fill it with black for now. Now I'm going to option click and drag another circle that I'm going to shrink down, and I want it to be the same size, and always hold the shift key so that you get an actual circle. Okay, I'm going to shift scale this thing until I get it about the size that I want it. That looks good there too. This one, just for the sake of visual, I'm going to give it a color. All right, and now what I want to do is I want to take this and I want to drop it right in here. All right, just about where I need it. So you could put this on top, or you can guesstimate where you want to put it, okay? And it's really, I'm looking at the thickness here, and you can see how wide this is. So you can find the center point by intersecting like that, and then just use your keyboard and boot this over a little bit. It's basically right to the end there, all right? And so you can see where it cuts it off. Now, all I'm going to do is take these two, I'm going to minus the front in my in my Pathfinder, and boom, I've got my crescent. Okay, let me grab my colors real quick, although there's only one. We'll go to swatches. We'll go here. I'm just going to call it pickup. All right, notice I carried the black over. I'm just going to pull the black out of here. And then I'm going to go here, and I'm going to figure out which colors I want to put in there. So let me go here. Let me grab this. Let me click on this. Let me click and drag and drop. Okay, so that leaves me that one color that I've got, the yellow. Okay, so I'll take this, and for now I'll make it yellow. All right, and now I've got the bird. So bird, you know, you could do it with the pen tool, you can do it with the pencil tool. Really doesn't matter to me. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of trace over it with the pencil tool. If it's not exact, I'm not gonna go nuts over this. Okay, it's more the style than it is the recreations usually. All right, so this is just the shape of a bird, so it's really not incredibly important for overall, but I'm just going to trace it with the pencil, and I'm going to fill it with black, and there's my bird. Okay, so now I drop the bird right here, just about there, and again, it's close enough for this particular style. Okay, now what I need to do is I need to create this sort of illusion of lines. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the line segment tool because it's really super fast. All right, and for the line segments, I'm going to make them white. So I'm making my stroke white, and I'm making my black none, okay? And line segment tool, you just drag lines. So I'm just going to start dragging lines, okay? And I want the stroke to be thicker. So after my first one, I'm going to bump the stroke up a little bit, all right? And then I'm going to start just drawing lines like crazy. And again, you want it to be random, so you can really just go nuts, all right? And you can see how I'm kind of just, and you're not going to be able to recreate the look of this perfectly because it is random. So it's just kind of all over the place. All right. So once I've done that, now we're going to do a familiar technique. Okay. I find this to be easiest. Again, there are numerous ways to do these, okay? I'm picking out what I consider to be the easiest way. So I'm going to grab this first one, and I'm going to say select same stroke color. And that's going to select all the white strokes, okay? I'm going to go object, and if you remember this from when we just did it in color, all right? I'm going to go up to expand, fill and stroke, all right? Then I'm going to go ahead and unite it. Now it's all one piece. Now all I want to do, grab the yellow, shift click and grab the white, and minus the front. Okay, and obviously I need a few more cuts in there, but that's the general gist of it, okay, is to kind of just create all of this sort of space and unevenness. All right? Bird's the same way. I grab the bird. Now I'm going to grab my line segment tool. I want my line segment tool to be white, and I want the black to have none. And oops, notice what I did there. I had my little bird selected. We don't want to do that. Okay, here's this. Stroke is white. And the same thing, now we're going to go through, and I am going to bump my stroke up a little bit here, probably like 4, I guess, and just start kind of slicing this little bird up, all right? And again, it overlap is fine, any of that's fine. You're just kind of trying to create the idea that it is random, all right? Probably went a little too crazy here, but that's okay. And again, click on this, select same, okay? And you're going to say same fill color. And so, excuse me, same stroke color. When you do that, you got to be careful that there aren't other white strokes, otherwise they'll grab everything. So you do the same white stroke color, all right? You do the unite option. Oops, excuse me, forgot to expand. Object, expand, remember? Okay, fill and stroke. Then you're going to hit the unite. Then I'm going to shift click the black. Then I'm going to minus the front. And just like that, I've got it, all right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my layer. I'm going to unlock the originals. I'm going to delete my pickup sticks original piece here. I'm going to go back to illustrations, grab this whole thing. I want to group it together. And now I've got my piece. Now I'm going to save this. Okay. And that's pickup sticks. All right. And again, we're going to cover one each day. So while you're waiting for the next demonstration, you're going to be working on your tree illustration as well as your 2 sketches for each one. All right. If you got any questions, just ask or roll back the video. All right. Thanks.